In the past, I've talked a little bit before about selling books directly and how to get local bookstores to carry your book. But today I'm looking at the strategy of selling books on consignment. We're going to go over what that is, what that means, and what calculations you need to do to see if it actually works in your best interests. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and independent publisher. I love sharing my insights about all things self-publishing with you. Before I get into the details of today's topic, don't forget to hit subscribe. That way you'll be notified every week when I release new videos on self-publishing, making a career of being an author, and now being a mompreneur. Before I dive into the topic, I really want to thank Formatted Books for sponsoring this video. Let's be honest, readers will absolutely judge your book by its cover. And if you want a business like a bookstore to invest in your book by stocking it on their shelves, you need to impress them with your cover too. Formatted Books offers amazing interior formatting and cover design at self-publishing prices. This means that your book looks amazing, is affordable, and you don't have to worry about managing that aspect of the book project because you already have a lot to manage. I have a link in the description below so you can check them out. Get an awesome cover and have readers and bookstores clamoring to get your book on their shelves. I've talked in the past about getting bookstores to carry your book, and the two main avenues are for your book to be available through a large distribution network that bookstores purchase from, like Ingram, which you have access to through Ingram, Spark, and Lulu. The other option is consignment, and most likely you're going to start here, even if you have this massive distribution setup. So what is consignment? So stepping out of the book example and just a regular retail example, consignment is when someone goes to a store and is able to sell their product or merchandise in the store. But let's say the store isn't open to the risk of paying for the merchandise up front. I mean, what if it doesn't sell, right? In the case of consignment, the product owner will leave their item on the shelf, and when a customer picks it up to purchase it, the store owner will reserve a portion of the sale to pay to the product owner. So no one makes any money until the item is purchased. Many of you might be familiar with this setup for places like Plato's Closet or other clothing resale stores. Now, some of them may have enough cash on hand just to pay up front for gently used designer clothes, and that's the end of the transaction there. But some will say, hey, we'll leave this here. I have your information, your contact information, and once it sells, I'll let you know. If not, you have to come pick it back up. So let's now go back to the example of doing this with your book at a bookstore. In this case, you will leave one copy of your book, or maybe even perhaps up to 5, for the store to put out on their shelves. When a customer picks up the book and it's purchased, the store will complete the transaction and you get a portion of the sale. The store gets the rest. Everyone makes something on the sale. Well, maybe. So with consignment, you, the author, are taking on all the financial risk. You've ordered the copies of your books to sell and paid for printing and shipping and tax. And then you have the inventory tied up at the store in the hopes that someone will buy it there. In the examples of consignment deals I've seen with bookstores, usually it's a 40-60 split. So the bookstore gets 40% of retail and you get 60% of retail. Let's look at an example. All right, for easy math, your book retails for $20. After you paid for printing and shipping, the book cost you $5 a piece. After the bookstore sells the book, they get $8 and you get $12. But you only made $7 because remember, it cost you $5 to order the book. If your print and shipping costs go up, or the retail price needs to come down to get someone to purchase it, then the margins get even more slim. That means before you agree to any terms, you need to run the numbers. This is the business part of your author business. So why even agree to this? Well, your book is on the shelves at an actual bookstore. This is a moment so many authors dream of. And for new authors, selling your book on consignment can be a great way to show the store that you can move the book, that you can get traffic in there. If they see the book is selling, they may agree to order a book from a distributor, which means you have less math to worry about. Ideally, you want the bookstore to buy your book from the distributor like Ingram, Spark, or Lulu, where they're purchasing it through the Ingram network at the wholesale discount. You don't want to have to manage inventory and payments. But to get started, consignment is a good way for the bookstore to try you out before they put in the financial investment into your book. All right, and that's selling your book on consignment. So again, thank you so much to Formatted Books for sponsoring this video, for all they do to make amazing books for us indie authors. And again, I have a link below where you can check them out. And what other questions do you have about selling your book on consignment or getting your book into brick and mortar stores? Be happy to help answer any questions in the comments below. And I know a lot of other authors will answer with their experiences too. So I really like it when we can keep the conversation going. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. That tells YouTube that you got value from this information, and then they can get it in front of other authors like us. And now you can get back to writing your book.